Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the MI podcast. So, the MI podcast, we are wrapping up the year 2025. It's been a great year for marketers, AI. We a lot of amazing campaigns out there, a lot of stuff done. Content is the name of the game. So, what did we learn as marketers? What did this year teach us? If we go a little bit deeper into it, if we see what have been the trends, what is something which, if we reflect, it will hold us in good stead when you're moving forward into the new year. What are the things we should try out for? So let us kind of, like go through all these. There are some which I have made which will kind of give you a direction in which way things are going and how you have to kind of approach marketing. So awesome. Firstly, the strategy. First things first, strategy is beaten tactics again. I've been a kind of a big believer in this from day one as a marketer. Your strategy is the first thing that you have to get in place. Like, what are we trying to achieve at the end of the day? Like as a company, uh, for example, if we have an e-commerce company, we are looking at very specifics. Like we need sales in a certain period of time. Um, and that would actually be a more of a final goal, but like then what are the strategy to get there is in terms of how many people come on our website, how many come from our different channels, and then what is the watch time of our videos or stay time and all. So all this, building influence and a high probability of people going for our products and services. So your strategy is number one. Sometimes we get just too stuck up in as marketers, with the tactics that say we've assigned a certain amount of budgets, like very fixed for a paid media ads in specific, like it could be Meta, Google, or you have a content production budget and all. So we have to be kind of flexible in this, like I think this is something which on a ground level can be done, month on month. You kind of flexible in what you're working with. A paid media budget can be reduced a little bit. You increase the budget for influencer marketing, say for example, for some kind of a PR things happening, like some paid PR or something. So your strategy is should be the number one thing, right? Like that we are going for. Tactics comes secondly. It's like a strategy is that you want to get to a particular place, from a city, one city to another. Now that is you lay out a whole strategy to reach there, but the tactics won't matter that much, to get there. Your main thing is your strategy. Awesome. Next, we'll say about how your growth is not just is constrained by trust but reach. Basically, it is the name of the game now that you can get to your particular audience, but because of there are a lot of paid channels, right? You can show your YouTube videos to all views or your Instagram, and also you can get a lot of reach per se. But the trust is gained only if people relate with it, and that is the what is in it for them in terms of a product, what is it in terms of the videos, are they engaging. There has to be something in it that you see that particular growth, and growth in terms of like in obviously your numbers as well as your basically where are you in the mind space, with respect to your product or service with uh, from the audience point of view. So I would say the marketers, basically, if you take the top ones, they have stopped optimizing just for the impressions and clicks. I think that's been in the last 2 3 years that trend, and you are looking at credibility velocity. Basically, all these say content also creating is to create credibility, and how fast a brand earns trust, you know, is with this credibility. So once you are discovered, you have to really go in for this. So um, how you're using different kind of creators, how is the PR machinery working, how is the the user experience on your website or application, is your pricing transparent. So all of these factors have to kind of be looked into closely. Then the real AI advantage isn't automation, it's faster thinking loops, right? People think that you can automate a lot of things and that saves work. Within that is true up to a point, but we all work for a particular reason to achieve a certain goal. So decision making is the main thing which has to be faster. You can make faster decision because there's so many tasks that you have to do within, especially marketing, that your decision making has to be fast. And the biggest complaint of marketers is that like in especially bigger companies, it would be that a lot of bottleneck, right? Like there is whatever decision has to be made, it takes a long time to get approved, right? So the best when they used AI basically to compress decision cycles. So you have faster insight, hypothesis, your A and B experimentation, uh, your learning is faster, and also you can correct faster, right? Like so you're not scared of making. You can make the mistake and you correct it also faster. So the basically to summarize, the advantage move from who has better tech to who learns faster than the market. Awesome. Next is brands that have won. They have stopped treating marketing as a department. So marketing, I wouldn't say just one department. It would be a company has to be marketing oriented. It Marketing is no longer a function; it's the operating system of the company. And the firms that are winning in marketing have aligned the same with the product design, the pricing, the customer support, the sales communication, and also the culture of the workplace. Being more marketing oriented. Everybody is focused towards a certain goal to, you know, achieve the marketing goals of the company. So uh, there is a single-minded, um, you can say, goal that everybody is going towards. So this helps in destroying silos and builds that kind of momentum for your particular marketing. Awesome. And lastly, the new competitive mode is emotional memory. Why do we say this? Um, with the digital age, you have everything at the click of a button. You discover so many products and services. For one problem, there will be 100 products or services out there. So it becomes with infinitely replicable. Basically, like when if you actually look at it, products and content, they both, not only the product services, also the content. So the name of the game is how the brand is not talking about these products and services, or uh, in terms of content also, just like I'm going to have great entertaining videos, for example. It would be with the videos or the content and the how are you how a brand makes people feel over time, right? That is the emotional memory. So that is happens with consistently putting out your marketing communications in such a way that you are building that emotional mindset. Like that also helps with a very good a brand voice that you have consistent within it. So basically, the brands that invested in long-term emotional equity, they have outperformed those chasing short-term performance metrics, and they have had higher. Like if you take these kind of companies, they have a higher conversion rate in general, because if you build that great emotional memory, like the biggest example, not in, like in the digital sense, but is the Maggie. uh, you have Maggie noodles where they build up that kind of that memory of the people, like that my Mary Pehli Maggie, for example. So if you're building that, it's not about really the product. They are buying that particular emotion and they built it with their marketing communication over a period of time. Awesome. So these were the few learnings from my end for Marketers 2025. 2026 is just around the corner. I, it's, I think, been a really good year for marketers. Importance of marketing. Also, people are understanding. Everybody is, pushing it their companies to be more marketing oriented. Um, in terms of the youth, I would say, going forward in 2025 is something that, it's not about, being, trying to go for perfection or just trying too hard to get things right. It is being mindful. You it with AI out there, you can compete with the biggest of minds out there because you have, AI. So what does it come down? Come down to who has the more hunger. Like even in AI, if you take something like a ChatGPT, it's how much are you, prompting it well and going on and on to get the right, or what you feel right are the answers that will achieve the particular goals that you have. So it's the more you need discipline, you need adaptability and hunger. That is what is going to matter. So we all are in this. We all have a chance, and don't, give up on your dreams. You just go forward, and we all can make it if we all are, kind of believe in ourselves and get in that positive mindset. Thank you so much. It's been an awesome stream here, the MI podcast. I wish you all a very happy new year. May this new year, be an awesome experience for you all. And definitely, marketing point of view, everybody hope to have some, great campaigns out there and new kind of content and all. I think it's getting more and more exciting, um, as a marketer. Awesome. Thank you so much. You all can catch the MI podcast on the various podcast networks, and you can subscribe to us on YouTube as Modern Intelligence. Until the next time, I'll see you all. Take care. Thank you so much. See you until the next.